We talked a little bit last segment about Jacob Phillips, linebacker, trying to stay healthy and put everything together. Phillips talked about going against former teammate Baker Mayfield in Week 1 and what that means to this defense.
People are here 1 year, a team is never the same. So, obviously with him going there, it's going to be cool that, we have like kind of understanding on how he plays, obviously competing against him every day on the practice field. So, I think it's just going to be a regular game for us. Obviously you got more notes written down on, the way he plays and, different throws he makes and different things like that. But, it's going to be like every other week. I think as a defense, you should always feel like you should always have that on your back. Defense wins championships. So, regardless on any situation on offense, I feel like as a defense, you should always carry the weight of, wins and losses and, doing everything you can because you can't win if you don't score. So, I feel like we have that mindset and we're going to take that with us.
So, Tim, let me ask you this. First of all, they're going to rely on their defense with Jacoby Brissett as the starter. They just will. Who do you think has the advantage, Baker Mayfield or the Browns' defense?
That's a tough question. I admit I'm a little pessimistic about this one, mostly because of the lack of good history the Browns have had on opening day. That this would be, if the Browns lost this game, a lot of people would call this one of the most Browns losses in recent history. But, I think the defense does have the advantage just because, I feel like, as they went along a season ago that they're much better. Baker, obviously, he's going to be in a different system. He's got different skill players to work with. So it'll be a different test for the Browns because they won't know all the plays that, Baker's going to run because Browns would have seen those every single day for the past couple of seasons in practice. But they do know Baker pretty well. And obviously, considering he had the offseason shoulder surgery on that left shoulder, on that non-throwing shoulder, we don't know how much he's really worked on his fundamentals and different things like that. So the Browns seem like they should know his tendencies pretty well. We'll see how it all kind of plays out. But the one thing that we've seen the last couple of days is they're certainly, saying all the right things. They're not trying to feed Baker any bulletin board material. It seems like, at least at this moment, the plan for the defense is they simply just want to do their talking on the field and not try and give Baker Mayfield any extra motivation than he already has, which I imagine after the Browns basically paid Carolina $10.5 million to the Panthers to take Baker off their hands. He's going to have a little extra motivation for that game. So the last thing they want to do is give him anything extra to get him fired up for that one.
Yeah, and they know what they want to force him to do. Let's see if the defense can force him to do things he does not do well.